Hello, 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 hello. I'm super excited and welcome to another exciting episode of the Lagos Youth Show on Lagos Television. And of course, as usual, this is that one show where we bring you all of the beautiful energy from our beautiful minds in Lagos State, bringing the energy from Ikeja, Badagry, Ikorodu, Lagos, and of course, our young people in Ekpe. This is that one show where we bring all of that to you in a funful, engaging, and entertaining manner. And I promise, as usual, this is another exciting episode that you will love because we're going to be looking at an interesting conversation around wealth building and wealth creation. I mean, everybody likes to talk about money, right? Awesome. So on that note, of course, I'll be your solo host for today, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing time with our guest as usual. So let's keep the energy. As we go on a quick break, we'll be right back with our guest. See you. Yes, welcome back. It's still the Lagos Youth Show. I mean, our guest is already here with us. And like I promised, we're going to be having an interesting conversation around what it means to actually build and create wealth in the hustle and bustle of Lagos State. I mean, we all know that Lagos State is an interesting state that comes with a lot of energy. In fact, there is a lot of conversations out there where you see young people talk, particularly on social media, that if you can withstand the hustle and bustling spirit of Lagos in Nigeria, there is no any other part of the world where you can't withstand that energy. And I mean, this is Lagos. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be successful, particularly with regards to their finance. And all of that conversation and more is what is going to be the core focus of our discussion today, as we'll be having an amazing guest, a young, exceptional mind, who is also a financial analyst on the studio right here with us. We have Daniel Adedumola. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you. Good to have
Thank
you. My best way I would love to start this conversation, because everybody likes to talk about money these days, right? Money is very, very important too,
Yes.
right? So what does it really mean? Like, to you personally, what does it really mean to be a hustler in Lagos? When you hear the word hustle, what does it truly mean for you and for an average young Lagosian?
Okay, basically there's this saying on the street that says that we go, just like I say sometimes to my folks, I tell them I'm going to bakery. And what does it mean to go to bakery? To go make your daily bread. And, I understand. And some of my peeps don't get the joke, but the close ones I've gotten over time when I said, I'm going to bakery. They'll be like, bakery? You of all people? I said, no. I'm going to bakery for my daily 2K, just like we just said.
Also.
So that's part of what we mean by also. Also is going to see that irrespective of all of the orders, all of the challenges, all of the issues, you're still able to see that, okay, you put your head all strong, like you're still going to, in all of it, you're still going to come out strong, and you're still going to come out with something positive, something, creative, something that you can go home later in the day to say you're happy with.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that foundation. But let's look at it from another angle. I like the energy that comes with Lagos, let's go and hustle. But let's look at it from this lens. That spirit, is it really causing more harm or it's doing good? I mean, we live in a society where you see young people these days, they are willing to do anything to make money, to get ends meet. In fact, it's beyond just making money to do daily living. Now it's young people want to make money to impress the opposite sex. More young people want to make money to oppress the other person. It's just like they always say in all these small houses, I pass my neighbor. They always want to get an item to prove that I'm better than the other person. So that hustling energy, that hustling vibe in Lagos State, that would push young people into doing things that they shouldn't. Should we look at it and say, okay, is it really a good thing, or it has its own side effects?
All right, so I'll still build on what I've started with to say that, it is said that, yes, it is not even said, it is confirmed that Lagos is a commercial city, of the country and even West Africa at large. And from other people in the rural area or other parts of the country, sees Lagos as their London, their abroad, where they always want to come back. And there is always one hope that when I come to Lagos, I will definitely make it. I will definitely make it. And, come to talk about that, there are young, vibrant people who have come to say they are coming to Lagos, even without anything. And they come out strong. And I can give you the likes of Mr. Macaroni, who happens to come to the limelight through social media, through internet, through digital marketing, where you get to sit down, do to skits. And you see how his skits are. Those skits whereby we have to see that, okay, it brings out real life situations and still what happens in the society, the trends. And if you look at him now, he's doing well and making his own impact. Another good person, again, we're going to talk about is Ola of Lagos. Ola of Lagos is one person who does not really have, if you look at his background, he doesn't really have any startup or any material at the very beginning, but he has a strong hope. He has his belief. And if you see the trend, he used his TikTok platform, used the Instagram platform, and you spoke something about vibe. About energy. And if you look at his videos, the way he analyzes, he sells automobile cars, make advert for them, and even without owning them. But the way he programmed it, he has been able to push it. The enthusiasm has made it to, be something that everybody wants to look for. Even if you don't even have an interest, the way he markets it gives it that vibe. And another good person, another young viral person we talk about is about what's his name again? This Iroko TV.
Okay.
That's Jason Njoku.
Okay.
Still from live streaming.
Yeah.
And you could tell that these are people who have come far and they've created miles of businesses and employment. And not to even talk of that again, we come again. That's on the social aspect. Now let's not even come again to the business aspect, those who had their humble beginning. We talk about the likes of Mr. Mike Adenuga. He was a one-time driver, a one-time security personnel. And officer, not even personnel, officer. And I can tell you for a fact now, his business is started in Lagos, and is now a commercial, or is now a West African thing, where you see that an indigenous business, indigenous brand that has gone far again. And again, let's look at it way back again, because these are things that comes from way back into the present. And that same energy is to say that you're saying that in all that we have, that Lagos itself, is it in all that is happening, how can we still make business to be legal, formal, without having to do illegal things or do things that are not right? Or
I think this the angle you brought it would dive into the question I've been wanting to ask.
Okay.
A lot of people, even on my way coming to the studio, a lot of people I will say, there's too many wahala in Lagos. The traffic. This one. In fact, so on my way coming, a bus driver, I was talking to another bus driver, and somebody was like, if you don't know how to insult, you can't drive in Lagos road. So everybody keeps complaining that Lagos, the wahala is too much, this is too much, the energy. But nonetheless, people keep trooping in, right?
Yes.
So we dive into my question exactly. People say there are opportunities in Lagos, right?
Correct.
What are those feasible opportunities that you think Lagos in itself, its structure, is giving out there that many other states? I mean, we have 36 states plus the capital, right? Yeah. So what is that uniqueness in the opportunities that Lagos as a state give that other states don't?
So Lagos itself is a center of excellence. Okay. And when we talk about excellence, we talk about perfection. We talk about excellence at par. We talk about having to do things like going through all of it has been tested and trusted over time. Now, you get to even see that they say if you want to see that a business thrive or a starting point, bring it to Lagos. And if you can succeed in Lagos, be rest assured that you have the whole nation at your arm to to cover. Now, all of those they cannot be, as much as we talk about perfection, we talk about all of these things being said, they cannot be exceptional cases.
Okay.
And they cannot be an absolute perfection, because they have to, out of where there are issues, opportunities are derived. Opportunities are being seen. So out of problem being created, we get to see opportunities.
Okay.
So Lagos is, we're going to say Lagos is a state of opportunity. And Lagos is not just a state now, it's a city, and a mega city at that. So it gives us that opportunity Lagos is an opportunity that gives everyone the welcoming spirit. It's a city that never goes to sleep. So we have the nightlife business, commerce, we have the daytime business, so we have the weekend. So all round the clock, there is something for you to do. Irrespective.
Thank you very much on that. I like the angle too. They said there's problem in Lagos, and the fact that there's problem means there's solution, and where there's solution, there is opportunity.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Thank you. And another perspective I want us to do, but before we dive into that, I'd like to ask you, how long have you been in Lagos? Were you born here, and how has it been for you financially? All right, let's be honest. I don't even mind if you give us some numbers. How has it been? How has your financial journey been? How has been the hustle, for you in this state?
Okay, so this is all about me, a bit of personal matters here. So I was born and raised in Lagos.
Wow.
Yes, and by default, I can say I'm a Lagosian, but I'm actually from Ekiti State.
Okay.
Now, that being said, I was away from Lagos a while.
Okay.
I went for my tertiary institution outside of Nigeria, and I must give you this little flip. While I was away, I cut off ties, there was a bit of cut off ties of my networking. Okay. And I will tell you for a fact, when I came back to Lagos in 2019, fully, because I've always been in and out, and a good friend of mine, we are just having a conversation, and I told him that Lagos is just too hectic for me to stay. And he said to me, Lagos is a city of opportunity, which I don't need to tell you. This is him talking. And you know that when you are determined and you make your decision, you will always come out strong. And I can tell you, ever since then, it has been amazing. Yes, I've been someone who has been a financial analyst, and I have a good background in wealth creation. In terms of investment, in terms of capital markets, stock exchange. So with that, I was able to ground myself up, be able to build myself up, aside the fact that, yes, my career is still in line itself. So those investments over time make me quickly bounce back.
Okay.
Yes. And I can tell you, in recent time too, with our current, with our president, and having to bring that reform, that renewed hope, I can tell you that the capital market is doing pretty well. And investment now, everyone is encouraged to invest in the capital market, and it's a very lucrative one.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Daniel. I mean, talking about money, but before we come back to that, let's quickly go on a quick break. We'll be right back as the conversation continues. Yes. It's still the Lagos Youth Show, and we have Daniel with us in the studio. We are talking about the hustle and money. Money, very important. Now, back to my thought on money, Daniel, right? And I like the fact that you have a career path, and you also have other things that you're doing. And I want you to talk around the angle of money, because it's very, very important. How have you been able to balance what you are passionate about and also making money, right? and also rooms for other sources of income, because like you said, it was one of the things that got you backstage, because there are a lot of young people out there that want to, you know, kick off a particular career journey or career path, but it's not sustainable. It's not paying the bills and all of that. What are your advice to many of those young people out there and things they can start doing to, you know, expand their source of income?
Okay, so I would bring it up from the grassroots,
Okay.
and I take it again from the unicorn. So let's bring it from the unicorn and bring it down to the grassroots, and from the grassroots take it back to the unicorn. What I'm trying to say in the sense that if you look at the captains of industries today,
Okay.
you get to see that there are no just one source of income. One
Okay.
stream. There are several streams of income. Now, the man of the moment now, Dr. Aliko Dangote, he started and is well known for his cement business.
Yeah.
From his cement business, he moved into sugar. He moved into Dangote Foods. He moves into fertilizer. He moved into the crude oil refinery and all of this. Now he has mastered that, and he's now moving into the fertilizer. Now that is one side. If you permit me, I'll still come back to analyze it and break it down for you. Now we talk about Tony Elumelu. You see, it started from the banking sector.
Okay.
The days of Savannah Bank down to UBA, United Bank for Africa. Now, he has diverted into hospitality. That's Transcorp. He has diverted into oil and gas. He has he has diverted again into power.
Yeah.
He has diverted into insurance.
Insurance too, yeah.
As a matter of fact, he has diverted into properties, real estate. And now UBA is a family group of companies. Now, I was talking earlier about Mike Adenuga. He's also into oil and gas, corn oil. Now, it's also into the global tech, Globalcom. That's, we talk about...
I think that's where we even know him from.
Exactly. So, you see, all of these things, you cannot just have... way back, our other brethren who... Japa, which they are now Japa. You get to see which you are just not a normal friend. Tell you that, man, I cannot just do one job. I switch job. They have a morning shift, they have an evening shift. So which is to say that one source of income is not enough to sustain you. Yes, you can only survive by it, but can it sustain you?
Okay.
That is another thing. So when we now talk about we all have 24 hours.
Okay.
But how we maximize the usage is what brings us to be different from ourselves. So now, having to say, okay, how can you say, okay, you are a career person, 9 to 5, accepted. You have to set yourself inward. What are the things you can do again? And another way you can do things that will be seamless for you is, what are you passionate about? What are the things you love doing? What are the things that when you do, you find joy in them? Irrespective of the fact that, yes, you need to survive. Irrespective that you have bills to pay. So by the time you put all of these things in check, you'll be able to realize that, as a matter of fact, do you know that even some of the things you do freely, like you do willingly, are things that can be commercialized? So let's take, for instance, if you're a good writer, you can be paid from it. If you are innovative enough, who you can, as an advisor and as a counselor, you counsel, you can be paid for it. If you're a matchmaker, if you can bring one or two people together, you can be paid for it. Even if you're an intermediary, like serving as an agency. As agents, like you have someone having in need of something and you know you can get the person to link up. That is also another source. So there are several ways which you don't really need to stress or go all out to be able to get additional source of income.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And thank you very much for that. And a lot of people are talking about technology today. So what are your thoughts, wrapping up the show, what are your thoughts on how young people can leverage technology in, further enhancing their source of income, because everybody wants, even myself, I want to make more money. Abi? So how can we begin to leverage technology better to increase our cash flow?
So in this our current dispensation, we cannot do without technology. The exemplary names I've mentioned earlier on concerning the youth who have been hustling,
social media, yeah?
they've been leveraging on social media. Now, social media has gone a bit further with the current presence of AI.
AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah?
So with the artificial intelligence, it's just for you to be able to bring yourself to to be visible.
Visible. Okay.
Bring yourself all out. So it's there for you to use positively, not for the negative usage that we get to see that it's coming to be rampage in recent times.
Okay. Positive use. That's actually an interesting conversation so far. Personally, I've taken a whole lot from it. Thank you so much, Daniel, for joining us. You can hear. Leverage technology and spread your capacity to make more money. It's good. Thank you so much for coming around, Daniel. We took a lot from the conversation. All right, that will be us wrapping up the conversation. So stay with us as we go on a quick break, wrapping up the show. Yes. It has been an awesome conversation on the Lagos Youth Show. And trust me, I'm sure you took a whole lot from it, particularly as it relates to money matter. I mean, the guest was super amazing. He spoke about a lot of things. First, it is very, very important that since you are in Lagos, you need to harmonize the energy, the hustling energy, positively, not negatively, all right? As long as we keep the energy right, we are going to definitely get the result. And he spoke extensively about spreading your opportunities to make more money, right? Expanding your source of income. You can be doing A, but while doing A, there are many other opportunities that are connected to doing A, where you will get an opportunity to make money from B. And that's where creative thinking comes into play. And I believe, and I strongly believe, that we as young people will begin to do better to get better results. As we keep up the energy, keeping up the conversation, let's ensure we do it right and we do it well. On that note, we'll be wrapping up the show. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and it has been an awesome conversation. And of course, we should ensure that we don't end the conversation here. Continue to follow us across our various social media platforms at the Lagos Youth Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Till we meet again, keeping the energy, not to forget. My name is Tosin Ikuyimenu. See you on the next one.